Hey guys, it's Mike from the Mayfair Clinic. We're doing the second workout in the COPD exercise routine. If you haven't seen the first one, then I definitely check that out. We'll put a link to that in the description below. It's a little bit more basic and just explains why we're putting these routines together. But in a nutshell, one of our family members has COPD, and this is some of the routines that they've been given from the NHS. And at times like this, where there are potential threats to people's cardiovascular system, and you're going to be at home, especially certain vulnerable groups, these are some exercises that have been recommended to help people with vulnerable lungs improve their lung function and keep it strong, and therefore it's going to apply to you, especially for the foreseeable future. And then even if you're at risk of flu, all these things that affect our respiratory tract, these exercises are really going to be there to help you. So this is a little bit more advanced here, some of these exercises. And if you're watching this and you're a slightly younger person, able to go and do runs and that sort of stuff, then this may not be for you. But please share it with an older or more vulnerable family member that can really benefit from these exercises, particularly if they've got any sort of lung issues or are vulnerable from that side of things. So we'll go through these exercises, same as last time. We've got 6 steps here, 6 workouts here, and I'll go through them with you guys and on the board. So the first one, it's kind of like a squat. It's going to get you warmed up a little bit, and that is going to be sitting to standing. Okay, so sit to stand. Now, for different people, this is more or less difficult. We've got the chair here. This chair might be too low for you if you're watching this, and you might need a slightly higher chair. Now, you could even use the kitchen work surface if you can perch on it and then come up to standing. It's wherever you start is the most important thing, not trying to compare yourself to what I'm doing here or what other people can do. Now, I'll demo with this chair. What we want to do is we want to be sat down in the chair, and all we're doing is engaging our core, using our legs, coming up to standing, and then popping yourself back down again slowly, and then coming up again. Now, if you can do this by hovering just above the chair, then that'll be really good, but that's probably going to be something to work up towards rather than something you can do right now. And if you've got those cushions on here to raise the chair, then you'll be coming down to here and back up again. This will get your lungs working, that's for sure. You do as many as you can. Now, the same advice here is true. You're doing 5 to 25, and when I say as many as you can, if you can do 3, that's okay. That's where you're starting. That one will get things working for sure. Now, the second exercise is going to be working these muscles up here in your arms, and that's going to be push-ups. And no, you're not going to be on the floor doing these. Oh, you might be, but that's better than most people do. We've got 2 options here. Number 1, we can do it on the wall. So leaning against the wall, and we're coming down, and we're coming down, and back up, and we're coming down, and back up. The second option, if that's a little bit too easy for you, is we can use the back of the chair. Make sure the chair's secure. I've obviously put this against the wall so it's nice and supported. We can lean on that, we come down and back up. You don't need to go all the way. We're just looking to get these muscles working a little bit on this one. So down and back up, and we're keeping our core nice and engaged. Definitely start on the wall variation before you progress on to doing the squats, the chair, because that will be a lot more difficult. You need to know your body for these ones, and progressing onto that chair is an option, but definitely start on the wall one first. And the higher up the wall you start, the closer you stand to the wall, the easier that one's going to be. The next one is going to be working for the calves. There's again 2 variations for this one, and I'll cover both of them. So, calves. Now this one, you can stand with the chair there for support, so it depends on how high your door ceilings are and whether you can hold on to them. This is the second best option, whereby you hold onto the chair, and we're just going up onto our toes and then back down. Up onto our toes and then back down. The other option, which would arguably be a little bit better, is to actually hang from the door frame here, hold on and support it, and then just come up. This is going to open out your lungs a little bit as well, which is nice. That's why I say this is a better variation. You just hang onto this door frame, and then up we come and back down. Up we come and back down. And if you can't or struggle to hold onto the door frame here, then you can always hold onto the door as well. It's going to have the same effect. So there's a few variations for these calf pump exercises. Really good one, especially if you're sat down a lot during the day, because it's going to get these moving, which is going to help the swelling in the ankles as well. So then we move on to the squat or supported squat. Now the mechanics are slightly different here, and I'll go through that now. So this is another one to get your whole body working. This one will be a little more challenging again. Find your door frame. So you've just done the calves hanging hopefully from the door. And hold on to the door frame here. Get nice and close to it. You need to have a good grip. We don't want you falling back or anything like that. Then you just come down and then back up. Come down and then back up. And when you're doing these, you go as low as you need to go or as low as you can go. You've always got this for support. So you're coming down and then back up again. If you can go a bit deeper, then you can do, and then back up. But you're keeping your core nice and engaged, nice and strong through these, down and then back up. And there are some other variations for squats you can do later on, but follow with those to start with and go as low as is comfortable. And again, we're doing somewhere between 5 and 20, 25 reps. When you start this out, you might be stuck at 3 to 5 reps. But as you get better, as your body gets stronger, you're going to get a little bit better. You're going to get moving up in those reps. So that's really important. Make sure you do try and progress over the course of the weeks and months. But don't worry about making too much progress in the space of a week, because your body needs time to adapt. And especially if your lungs are a little bit more challenged, then you are going to need to give them a little bit more time to remodel, to adapt, to change in response to the exercise compared to the average person. And one thing with this one, make sure you've got some water handy, because it will get you moving a little bit more than you anticipate before you start doing it, as I'm finding out right now. So, then we go on to the next one, number 5, which I'm writing straight over the top of that. This is going to be side steps. So, this is going to really open out the hips a little bit more. Really good one. And we're going to do this one in sort of a long hall. If you've got a hall or hallway in the house, or even just a slightly longer room, we can do this. And we're just going to go along to the side, coming out, really trying to stretch those hips out, keeping with good posture as we're going along. And just go up and back. It might be 3 steps, it might be 5 steps, it might be 10 steps each way. Obviously that's going to be limited by how much space you've got available, as well as your own mobility. So take those things into account, and I'll repeat again, it doesn't matter where you start, it's just that you do them and then you get better over the course of the weeks, months and so on. So that's really important. And the last one is a bit more of a bonus, and depending on at the time of writing this video, you may or may not be able to do these, and this is going for a walk. Now if you've got a treadmill in the house, which some people do, or some sort of exercise bike, you can use those. Obviously being a back clinic, I'm not as big a fan of an exercise bike as I am for going for a walk. I think walking is much better for you. We spend enough time sat down, especially if you are stuck in the house. If at the time of watching this video you are able to pop out of the house and go for a walk around the block, or if you live out of the main cities and you can go around the country, then within your personal limits, doing that after you've done all of these exercises will be a really nice way to finish, get some fresh air, get some air into those lungs, and just finish up with a little bit of cardio that's a bit more of a sustained cardio, so walking around the block, etc. But that's a really good way to finish it up. It may not necessarily be possible depending on circumstances, but it's a good way to round things off. So just to recap, we've got starting off with that sit to stand, using any elevations that you need to in the way of cushions to help make it a bit easier for your own personal skill levels. We've got the push-ups on the wall, if you're a little bit more challenging, not as strong in the upper body, or using the back of a chair. Obviously you've got different heighted chairs, but making sure it's propped up against the wall so it doesn't slip. That's very, very important. Then we've got those calf raises, either using the support of a chair or a door frame, which was better because it's going to open out those lungs. Then we've got the squat in the door frame, so holding on nice and tightly so you're good and well supported and going down as far as is comfortable for you to go, really feeling the burn in these leg muscles, and that one will really get you a little bit out of breath. And then we've got the side step going up and down the corridor or the hallway, or even your lounge or front room. That's a good one. And then finishing up with that walking. Now if you've got equipment in the house, you can do it in the house. If not, if we're able to, going out around the block or around the country, if you live in a more favourable area, then that's an option too. So I hope you found this video helpful. It's there just to really help people that are stuck at home at the moment and aren't able to do some of the more advanced workouts that people are throwing around the internet, and then really work on with those lungs in mind. People with a little bit more challenging in the lungs challenging situations in the lungs. So hope you found this video helpful, or if you know it's helpful for someone, maybe a family member, parent, grandparent, or even a younger family member who's got a few difficulties with the lungs, asthma, those sorts of things, then please do share it with them. We hope you found it helpful, found it useful, especially you if you're doing this routine. Let us know in the comments below if you've got any questions. We'll do our best to answer them and be as helpful as we can. So thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.